It's your girl, Darlaina Rose. Hope that you are having an amazing Friday. Welcome to Planting Seeds with Darlaina Rose and 100 women, 100 days, 100 interviews. And just like every other day, we have another amazing. I am in my new house inside. Why we have a bit of an echo because the furniture is not here yet. So welcome. Let me get us public so that I can see your comments. And then we're going to pop over to Instagram so that I can get my guest. I'm so excited for my guest. She is so amazing. I cannot wait for you to meet her. She is just such an amazing lady. I can't wait for you to see her. Miss Queen Norris of Queen Life Films. She is a filmmaker. And I am so excited to have her on. You guys are going to absolutely. Sometimes this thing just does what it wants to do. There we go. So, welcome again, everybody. This is your girl, Darlaina Rose. This is Planting Seeds with Darlaina Rose. 100 women, 100 days, 100 interviews. If you are watching on Facebook or YouTube or Periscope, just know that if you want to see my guest's beautiful face, you can pop over to Instagram to see her. Hey, Bodies by Bree. Oh, we getting ready. I hope you guys are ready to join Bodies by Bree for the May challenge. Oh my goodness, she about to whip some bodies in shape just in time for summer. My guest is here. Let me go and get her. I am so excited for my guest tonight. She is amazing. When I say amazing, amazing. Oh my goodness. Welcome, Stephanie. Welcome. Queen is here. Queen! You is not in the studio.
I'm not. I just finished wrapping up the studio.
Oh, okay. Got you.
Yes, the internet in the studio is being fixed right now, so
okay.
It's not that great.
Okay, I got you. Well, welcome. Everybody, please meet Queen of Queen Life Films, filmmaker extraordinaire. I am coming live from my brand new house in the ATL.
Okay, congrats.
In Collier Heights. The furniture is not here yet, so that is why it is echoey. So let me bring it down a notch. So Queen, you guys, I met her in January at a content creation weekend with Women in Media. And when I say she was, she's so humble, y'all. And y'all can kind of see it on her face. She's so humble. She ain't gonna tell you nothing. She just like, let me just let you see my reel.
Yes.
And when she shows you the reel, then you see she's worked with Migos and tell us the list. Who's the people?
T.I., Easy, Young Thug, like you said, the Migos.
Just bomb.
Wayne, everybody, Rick Ross.
Yeah. So, and that really just lets us know that no matter how big you get, it's always some amazing people behind the scenes making it all look great. And so you just one of those people behind the scenes. But recently, you had a birthday, right?
Yes.
Happy belated birthday. You had a birthday. And
yeah.
Hey, March 7th, we together, right? We together.
Yes.
And you had an amazing shoot for yourself and was like, hey, I'm super dope and I could do it however I want to. And if you don't like
Yes.
it, tough titty on you. Literally
Yes.
tough titty on you.
Literally.
So proud of you, Queen.
Thank you.
Now, is Queen your real name?
It's my middle name.
It's your middle name. Okay, got you. Listen, Rose used to be my middle name and I made it my last name. So, hey.
Okay.
Hey. We this is our world.
Yes.
And we could make it however we want. So this whole series started because of Women's Month. And I really wanted to introduce my dope network of women to my dope network of women.
Yes.
And so you absolutely fit that. Like I was so in awe of your work. Your work is beautiful. It's impeccable. You know, some people be like, oh, they be like, oh, I make films, and then you look at it, look like the kids did it. You know, the film don't look right. The color is off. It's jumpy. Is this? No, you really make films.
Yes, I do.
You like make film, and then got all these little projects here and there. And I mean, Atlanta is like Black Hollywood.
Yes, it is.
And so that means you get to meet. Can I work for you?
Everybody.
I need to come work for you. Can you take me with you?
Let's build something.
Listen, I'm so for that. Like I met T.I. yesterday. Happened to be at the car wash and he was there, and so humble, so nice. Took a picture, welcomed me to the city. So they're regular people, I guess. Sometimes I don't like to bother them because they stars in their own right, and they don't really like all that sometimes. Like just let me live. And so he was cool. Took a picture with me and everything. So that's what it started because of. And so in the spirit of Women's Month, my questions are around that, and especially dope women, females, and in the film industry that has to have some nuances to it that I'm going to ask you about. But as a woman, is there any other woman or women that inspire you in your life right now?
Yeah, a lot of women inspire me right now, especially in the film industry, man. We're doing so great. Black women in television and film right now is just winning. Ava Renee, Shonda Rhimes, and Issa Rae, and like Oprah, all of these just beautiful Black women that's just winning right now in film and television and creating paths for people like myself who are, growing and creating paths for people behind me.
Yeah.
But I think, like my mother, even though we bump heads a lot, my mom's probably the biggest inspiration to me as far as willpower, because my mother's blind. Yeah. Okay. And she's never let that kind of hinder her as far as what she wanted to do. Yeah. As far as like her independence and working and taking care of 2 kids, losing her sight. And so I look at that and I say, that's the cloth I'm cut from. Yes. And I make sure that anytime anything is wrong, if I have severe back problems, I never let that stuff, keep me down and hinder me from doing what I want to do. So I think my mom is probably the biggest reason why I am like I am.
That's amazing. Mothers are so super dope. We never know the stuff that they go through to get us, where we going. My kids, one of my kids was telling some story to somebody, was like, when we was little, we didn't have. I said, listen, let me tell y'all something. You could try to tell me about what you didn't have, but I know what I've been through to make sure that you had what you did have. So what I could say to you, I was a kid, and it's a good thing you alive, because that means I fed you, that means I clothed you, that means I took you to the doctor. I did a whole lot of stuff that you don't think about. So bump that you wasn't riding around in a Bugatti and you wasn't in Beverly Hills. Like, listen, you lucky you alive. That's all I can tell you. Thank your grandmother and your grandfather for being a good inspiration to me, honey. So yeah, so we never realized what our family, you know, what moms go through, and that's a real testament that your mother didn't have her sight and raised 2 kids, and that speaks to how strong she is, because there's people who things will go wrong and they just get in the bed, put the cover over their head, and they done and leave it for somebody else. I know full able-bodied people that just check out of life. They just, I quit.
Right.
I quit.
Right. They never really take that time to understand what their circumstances are and figure out how to make waves around it. And
absolutely.
My mother just wasn't and still isn't that woman. And you know, because she's not that woman, I'm not going to be that woman.
Absolutely not.
When I have a child, my daughter, if I have a daughter, she's not going to be that woman.
Absolutely. Now I feel like we need to talk to your mom. I interview your mom, like I just on that note, because I think that people who live with any form of disability and they can get through their life stuff, that is an accomplishment within itself. So can you put a good word and just see if she want to come out from, you know, behind the curtain and holler at the little people? You know, just let me know. No pressure. When you think about the Shonda Rhimes, I'm reading her book right now, The Year of Yes. And just, you know, hearing her story and some of the things that she said, you know, she was in the middle of writing Grey's Anatomy and what was the other show? Grey's Anatomy and Scandal. So she's writing those 2 shows, right? And she was a star, really. But with her brothers and sisters, she was just Shonda. And so she said, if I come in here trying to act like I'm a big old star, my family be like, Shonda, sit down.
We know you.
Sit down. Shonda, we're not trying to hear that. Sit down. Right. And so she said, if you ever know any kind of star, anybody that's rising, all they need is siblings, and the siblings will keep you grounded every single time. So I love hearing her story, talking about that. She's like, I got 2 kids. They were trying to tell her that she needed to do more, that she worked so much that she didn't go to, hey, Marissa's working on my magazine. The Darlaina Rose magazine is coming out. Marissa is laying down the tracks for me. But she, you know, it was just, she wasn't going to like none of the awards. They were awarding her stuff and she wouldn't go because she's like, I'm too busy and I'm writing my shows and this. And her family was like, yo, you got to go to that. Like, you got to stop and smell the roses. So what do you do to stop and smell the roses?
It's funny because like you said, when we first got on, I'm just super humble, super humble. I've never like got above myself ever, and my family and friends always be like, Queen, you at some point you have to let people know who you are and what you do. Yeah. And I'm like, it's just because the way I grew up, like I said, I come from a parent with single parent with a disability.
Yes.
It's just never been in my nature to not be in this moment where anything at any point in time can be taken away from me.
Yes.
So I kind of live like that, and I keep that in my mind of where I come from, growing up, homeless and on welfare and projects and terrible apartments and things like that, and it keeps me where I be and where I want my kids to be.
Absolutely. So
that's kind of how I keep the roses there, all the time.
Okay.
And I don't really let them get too far away.
Okay, I got you. That's good. What's your favorite thing about being a woman?
I think women have like a superpower.
Yes.
Like everything starts and ends with us.
Yes.
When you're born from a woman.
Yes.
And when you die, you're put in Mother Earth.
Yes.
Or your ashes or
yes.
And it's just like superpower being a woman. We have such a gift of being nurturers and navigators and just anything in this world that you need. You go to a woman, especially a Black woman, she'll tell you how to get it,
yes,
where to get it from,
yes,
how to dig it up,
yes,
how to grow it. how to we just have a superpower that men don't really understand.
It's
different.
Yes, it's definitely different. Are there any assumptions about women that you'd like to?
I do. Being in a male dominated industry, I hear a lot that women sleep their way to the top, and if you're successful in a teachers, nurses, and with housemaids and things like that. It's like only 3 that are female dominated. Everything else heavily male dominated.
Yeah.
Even like chefs, 80% of the chefs in the world are males.
Yeah.
And for you to be successful as a woman in a male dominated industry, people just assume that you slept your way to the top or that you're with this person because of this. And I really hate that because it's not true. 90% of the time it's not true. You do have your women that are like that.
Yeah.
But 90% of the women just grind. We grind and we make things work and we do what we love to do. And God blesses us with our passions and our success.
Absolutely. What I know about your work too, Queen, is that it is definitely stellar. And when you show up in an industry that is male dominated, and when your work can stand side by side and even better than them, that speaks volumes for you. So that is how you push your way through the top. And even in everything that I'm doing and everything that I'm building, we're working on all female crews, crews for our shoots, all female crews for even parties, female DJs, like everything. We want people to see that we got this.
Yes.
We got this.
Yeah, I'm very big on that too. Incorporating women in my films, especially Black women on screen. Especially dark-skinned women, because we have it so hard. Not only are we women, not only are we Black, but we're women, and then we're dark-skinned at the same time. So it's incredibly hard. We're born with 3 stripes, already. And so I make sure that on screen, I have my chocolate sister there. And then behind the scenes, I incorporate women. Trying to add women to my team, because right now my team is mostly males. But it's a male dominated industry, but I reach out to women all the time.
That's so good. That's so good.
Writers and directors and producers, and
I love it.
Just because I want to see us win.
Yes. One Lido says 100% support all for Black women power. I love it. And to speak to colorism and dark skin versus light skin, I've seen that my oldest daughter is very dark, and people said some of the meanest, hurtful things. It made her childhood tough. And the same thing with my niece. Got a chance to meet my niece that was there with us in January. Same thing with her. She's like, people be calling me ugly and stuff because I'm Black. She said they don't even know, but she has been poured into so much, and my daughter too. So now, they really know as adults how to deal with people like that, now. And so they stand tall in their queendom and they walk in it, man. Sometimes don't mess with me. I'll make myself darker, right? Get them all greased up. Like, we like, what? Black and beautiful, right? So yes, but that is definitely a thing. And sometimes it comes even worse from our own kind, from our own people.
Absolutely.
From our own people. Oh no, she too dark. Or she like, what is that? And so it definitely is an issue that I think will be beaten up for a very long time. What do you think? Yes. What do you think will be the biggest challenge for the women coming behind you?
I think we're clearing a lot of past. I feel like in the last 5 years, Black people in general have just started to get ourselves together.
Yes.
And we still have a long ways to go, especially like I said, as women and as Black women. As dark-skinned women. But I think if women stay in our togetherness, when we realize that if we move as a unit, we get so much more further than if we just try to do things by ourselves.
Yes.
So that the only issue I really see with that is just women not sticking together. That's really it. Because we have issues with that. We feel like, women, multiple women can't work together. We're catty.
Biggest wrong assumption, right?
Yes.
Biggest wrong assumption.
Yes.
We definitely work together, and I am so excited to have my boots on the ground here. I can't wait to come to your studio. I can't wait to see how we can collaborate together. When I tell you what's about to happen, I don't even know what we're about to do here, but all I know is in everything, I feel it. I feel it so strongly in my whole being that I am in the right place at the right time, looking for the right people, doing the right thing for the right reason. And so I know, in the words of Dr. Loretta Long, she told me that. She said, we are always in the right place, doing the right thing for the right reason with the right people. Always, always. Whether somebody else has some other kind of motive, that's on them. That's not on us. And so I'm looking forward to it. My niece has already said, oh, yeah, Queen got a studio? Oh, we going to the studio. And there's so many other things. Like, we have these ideas that we want to produce. We got films we want to put out, documentaries. I'm Darlaina Rose. I'm Darlaina Rose, this poor kid from 20th and Clearfield, from the ghettos of North Philadelphia. And, I'm the cycle breaker, rule breaker, the risk taker for me. So I know we got stories to tell. And so it's people like you. And I met another woman who's in Philadelphia who's also, she's not the actual filmmaker, but she's more like a producer. And so she looks for stories about Black people to tell. And especially Black women. She's in a collaborative group of Black women producers and filmmakers and all of that. So I'll have to introduce you to them. Because, again, what they say, how does that saying go? Together we stand, divided we fall. And so I believe that we can create a whole network, especially this 100 women together. I believe that we are going to create a whole movement.
Yeah, 100 women is such a dope idea. Like, it's phenomenal, and 100 women just period is amazing. And when you put 100 women together, and they have their crew, and everyone has it, it just adds up to so much. 100 turns into 1,000, into 100,000, into 100 million. It's just amazing.
Listen, and the idea only came because I knew more than 30 women. I said it was Women's Month, so I said I need to do 30 women for Women's Month. And then I was like, yeah, but if I ask this 30, then this 30 won't say, well, why you ain't asked me? And so then that became the 30, became 60, then it became 90, and then I was like, 90 is an uneven number. We need to make it.
Let's do it.
And 100 went crazy. Today is episode 46, I think you are.
Wow.
46 days straight. I said, do you know any show, any kind of show, radio show, TV show, or whatever, that has 100 episodes in season 1?
That's phenomenal. And that's just to think of that is there's not even a word for it. It's amazing.
So, and so, being in Atlanta, I think part of my goal would be to film, in the same room with some of these women as well. And the ones that are around in this space, having them all together.
We do all of this stuff at the studio.
Yes.
And in series.
Yes. Do it. I love it. So, Queen, tell us. I know you're not from Atlanta, so tell us where you're from. Tell us how you got here to Atlanta and how you got into film.
So I'm originally from Brooklyn, New York. Grew up, I'm an 80s baby, so I grew up in the heart of the crack epidemic. It affected a lot of my family. And I'm a Pisces, so I'm creative by nature.
Yes.
And I got into film. I knew I was going to be a writer when I was 5 years old. I knew I was going to write. I knew I was going to be an author. I was always imagining things. I used to have vivid daydreams and vivid night dreams about stories, and then I would get up and write them. And so when I was 5, 6 years old, I used to draw and create books out of construction paper and things. And then when I got into 8th grade, I found this cameras. And so I just married the two and said, you know what, I'm gonna make movies. And that's how I, my whole dream in life to play basketball. I was gonna be the first girl in the NBA before Gina Prince put out Love Basketball.
Yes.
And then when the NBA came out, I said, you know what, here's my plan. I'm a use basketball because I was good. I actually had a scholarship to play at Temple, which is funny.
How? Temple made, Temple you.
Yeah, but I ended up going to Howard.
Nice.
But so I had, I was gonna use basketball to fund my films. I said I'm gonna play ball, and then in the off season I'm gonna make movies. That's kind of how I can live both my dreams out.
Yes.
And my senior year of high school, the day before Thanksgiving, I got in a real bad car accident, fractured my face. My head went through the window.
Wow.
And basketball was over. So I pushed film to the foreground, and it's just been ever since. It's going really hard. I had some detours. I ended up having to join the military to kind of help pay for school and things like that. So I did 12 years in the Army.
Wow.
And
thank you for your service.
No problem. Thank you for your support.
Wow.
When I got out, I went back to school, and I said I had came here to Atlanta for a gig. I was in Florida, going to Full Sail at the time, and I came here for a gig. It was for Turk from the Hot Boys. It was a video shoot for him. And when I was packing up to leave, they called me to shoot a T.I. video. And so I said, okay, I'll stay 2 more days. And then when I was packing up and leaving, they said, can you come back next week? We got this video. And I was like, you know what? I went to Florida. I threw all of my stuff in storage and came on to Atlanta, and I was just here. I stayed in my car for a couple months and got myself together, and that was just...
Wow, Queen! What? Yo, see, you need to write your own story and your own daggone film.
I have a book coming. It's coming.
Okay. Well, as a part of 100 Women, each woman is going to be in an anthology at the end. So whether you was going to be an author on your own, you're definitely going to be an author working with me. How about that?
Yes.
How about that? I can't wait, because what to happen. That means that we got to do photo shoots, we got to have events, we got to do all these things together and to bring it all to life. So I am really, really all excited to be in company with these women, to be in their presence, because I know together the energy that's come, because each woman, now I've asked people and some people said no, and I didn't take it any kind of way, because that tells me that they don't belong in our collaborative. That's and right. So I'm good with that. And so in the ones who say yes, bomb.
Yeah.
Bomb. We got doctors, lawyers, Indian chiefs, butchers, bakers, candlestick makers. We got everybody, you name it. So Queen, tell people how they can. So I know I booked you to do my Sister Circle. You filmed it. I'm going to be in that film very soon. I can't wait. And so tell people how they can find you. What's your specialty, so that they know what they can hire you for.
So I am a writer-director. My writing directing is my craft, but I do anything in film. So if you want to hire me as a grip or an electric or a camera woman or anything film related, as a writer, I can do anything in film. So that's mostly, I call it meal deals, MEAL deals, and real deals, REL. So I have jobs, that I pay my bills with, and
yes.
And then I have projects that I do that I love, and
yes.
and put my own money into. So I do everything in film, but I want to write and direct full time. It's what my end game is.
Okay.
My website, you can go to my website, QIIFilms.com.
Yes.
You can check out the short films I have on there. You can check out my demo reel. My contact info is there. So anyone that wants to reach out to me, you can email me. My phone number is there as well.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how you get in contact with me.
Oh my God. Listen, Queen, I'm so happy to know you.
I appreciate just the love that you've shown me since I met you. January.
Listen, I feel like I've known you for. I really.
It does feel like that. We've known each other for years.
Yes, because you bring such a presence, such a quiet storm. I think that's what your name should be, like Quiet Storm, because you quiet, but you beasting. You like, and you guys, I saw the reel, and I've seen the people that she's worked with, and so there's much respect for her in her field. So with much respect and much love, and we thank you so much for giving us you and your time and getting to know you. But definitely put that word in with mommy, because I think the world needs to see her too. Because we somebody said, yeah, who's that? The real Tamika Michelle. She said yes.
Mika does nails. If you need someone else, Mika does bomb nails, the sculpting.
Oh.
The body sculpting.
With the wood.
I don't know what it is. It's like this machine.
Okay. Is she in Atlanta?
Yes, she's in Gwinnett on the north.
Okay, so Tamika Michelle, I'm gonna need a DM from you, darling. I'm gonna need you to DM me, because we got some spots open in May, so we want to fill those spots up next week. So there you go. Cousin shouted you out and put you out. So you next. She got now, you got next. So with that being said, Queen, thank you so much. I can't wait to catch up with you. You are amazing, amazing woman. Anybody who is in your space can't help but be blessed by you. And anyone who has the privilege to work with you, work for, you really are blessed in their lives. So thank you for using your gift the way that you have. Dr. Loretta Long, who used to play Susan from Sesame Street, and sometimes she does, she says that children come preloaded with what they're supposed to do already. And so you knew already. Sometimes what parents will do is kind of push their kids into some other thing, but you come preloaded. And each kid, so parents, pay attention to what your kids do that no taught them to do. Because if that's the thing that they do, that's the gift that God gave them. So help them to develop their gift. And as you see, when the gift is developed, you get things like Key Life Films in the world, So we thank you again for being here. We will be back here tomorrow, same time, same station, with another dope woman for episode 47.
Thank you, Darlaina. I really, really appreciate the platform.
Yes.
And, what's the donation? Where can we donate to?
Oh, to the group? Now, you know what? You're the second person that asked me that, and I really need to have that together. But we got everything. We got Cash App and Venmo and Zelle. We have all that stuff. But Zamira, shout out to DDG LLC and Zamira Scott. She is going to put together a donation platform for people who want to sponsor episodes, because right now my episodes are sponsored by Darlaina Rose and my new glasses line that will be coming out very soon. Thank you. I have I got 30 samples. I've been wearing the samples throughout the shows, and I've been getting a lot of great feedback. So I'm so grateful for what we're gonna be able to do in this town.
Girl. That's it.
So listen,
Atlanta's about to be the Black women capital of America.
That's right, because it's gonna start with the 100. How that?
Yes.
Well, thank you. A great rest of your night. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Have an amazing rest of your night. We'll see you tomorrow, 7 o'clock to 7:30, with our next dope woman. Thank you so much. Bye for now.
Good night.
Bye, Bill.